What's up, guys? It is Chris here with another update. I was going to update a couple of days ago, but just got really busy. So it's Wednesday. It's been 3 days since I started back doing illustration, currently on a full-time basis. Still looking for work. Spent a fair few hours yesterday doing a ton of job searching. Kind of really interesting to see, like, there's a lot of jobs going, but there's also not a lot at the same time. Not as many as I thought there would be, which doesn't really surprise me, being that Christmas is in like 20 days. So maybe next year it might pick up, but I'm still keeping my eyes open and just looking and applying as I go. Today, well, let's rewind back to Monday. Monday was super busy. I spent Sunday evening just writing a list. I've got myself a little book. It's like a little to-do list book. It's literally called a to-do book. So that's it there. Yeah, some stickers on it. And the idea is that, you know, I just write a to-do list on it every day. So and I just dog ear every page every day that's finished. And I just note down every day. So it's not really like a diary. I'm treating it sort of like a to-do list diary. So every day when I finish my day, I go into the next day, write down a list of the things that I need to do, the things that I haven't actually done today, or whatever I didn't actually achieve today, which is quite normal, I suppose, doing illustration for me. The idea is, yeah, I'm going to work on a logo design, and then it will generally flow over into the next day if I haven't heard from the client. So it's not a matter of I'm not doing it, it's a matter of I'm either waiting for callbacks or I ran out of time. Most of the things that for me are like, oh, I ran out of time doing that, are more so just little more mundane tasks or little things that I just need to follow up on. So like updating the Redbubble store, or doing some promo stuff for Monkey Junk, or let's see, what's one here? Uploading new work onto ArtStation, for example. So they're all things that need to be done, but doing the work, following up clients and everything takes precedence. So they're usually things that'll be done during the quiet spaces, or, you know, if I'm having a quick lunch break, I can do a few things like that. So having that to-do list has been super helpful. I've been using it every day so far. I'm trying to treat every day like a normal work day. So I'm still getting up at 4:35 a.m. spending about 2 hours working on Monkey Junk. So this week already, I've already collected 6 hours worth on my comics, which is fantastic. And that hasn't affected my work day. So 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I have breakfast, have a shower, spend some time with the family. And then between 8 and 8:30, sort of depending what I'm doing, what April's doing, I'll jump back in the studio. And then from that point, generally 8:30 till lunch. And then I'll have half an hour for lunch, and then I'll get back to it. And then spend till about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So depending on what I'm working on, I'll give myself that extra half an hour. If not, I'll just cut off at 4:30, just walk out of my studio, close the door, and sometimes that's when I'll write my list. This morning I actually did my list this morning. But yeah, write my list, or I'll just hang out with April, depending how she's feeling. Sometimes she actually wants to play, sometimes she doesn't. I have a garden, I do a bit of gardening, so I'll go out there, do a little bit of weeding, water the plants, things like that. Play with April on the slide or whatever, and have an afternoon, have a break, have it stop. Currently, I'm working on some commissions for Kickstarter, so they're like original art, so I'm just having to ink those. What I normally do, and you guys have seen my process before, is I'll do everything digitally up until the final pencil stage, print that out at a very low opacity, and then I'll ink over that on a good quality paper. So I've been doing that in the evenings, and I can show you one of those that I finished last night, which I'm quite happy with. This one's for my friend Jane. Oh, just fell on the ground, that's awkward. I thought it was attached to my clipboard, but yeah. So that's one of the illustrations I did. And I'm working on the second one here as well, which is of some Ewoks. There's that one there. And I just use a little clipboard so I can sit on the couch, me and Juzz will watch a bit of TV, hang out, and I'll just ink those while I'm working. Oh, sorry, while I'm relaxing. So it's sort of a good way to wind down and also get a little bit of extra work done. So that's been pretty much the process for the last 3 days. Today I had a meeting with someone who I used to work with at my old job, and he had some illustration work he wanted me to do for him. So we had a meeting, and it's quite a large scale job. I've just invoiced him a quote to see what he thinks, to see if he's happy to pay that price, because it is quite large. It's 50 individual illustrations for a flip book. Can't really say much else, being a client job, but it's quite a big one, and I'm excited to do it. It's going to be a lot of learning, doing something that's in a flip book sort of animation style, but I'm pretty confident. Don't really have any issues personally that I can't do it. It's just going to be a very, very big job, being 50 illustrations. So I've quoted him. It's about a month's worth of work, easily, and it's not due until the end of February. So I've got a little bit of extra time to work on other projects, so I'm not just smashing through that one heavily. So that'll be good if I get that. I've got a good feeling I will. They may sort of come back and go, it's a little bit too much, can we knock it down a bit? Or I actually did some planning financially just to figure out the minimum price that I'd be happy to go to, and then I set it as a bit of a higher markup, which would be more of a standard rate, but because it's such a large job and does cost a lot, I'm just trying to make it more, trying to think of the words right now, quote what it should be charged, but I have allowed for, if they want to knock it down a bit, I can go, okay, well, the cheapest I can go is X amount. Otherwise I can't do it for any more than that. I think that's sort of a smart way to think, thinking ahead of the lowest price and then working up from there. So yeah, that's been my day. I'm working currently on, I got a job this week for a brewery, a new brewery that's opening up soon. So I'm doing a logo for them, which involves drawing a kobold. So for someone who played World of Warcraft, I'm pretty excited about this. So I've been doing a bit of research on kobolds and beer barrels and things like that. So I've been drawing some designs. They're really liking it. That was a bit scary because I was up against someone else getting the job. Thankfully, I got it, which is good. And I should have another job lined up as well, just a small character design for a friend as well. So, lots going on, very busy. Still dealing with other little bits and pieces, finding that, like yesterday for example, I didn't do a lot of drawing, but I did do some design work. I had to do a ton of stuff for Monkey Junk to promote that I'm going to be at Indie Comic Con this weekend. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be at Indie Comic Con this weekend. Which is a huge convention. Well, huge, I say huge. It's the second year, but it did really well last year. Hopefully it'll do even better this year, being its second year. Lots of really good feedback from the last one. And the bonus is the whole convention is 100% indie, hence the name. So every creator there will be only selling independent content. There will be no fan art. There will be no comic resellers. There will be no pop culture stores. It's all 100% creator-owned content. So very, very excited about that. Can't wait to see how it goes. Lee will be with me, the writer of Monkey Junk, who hasn't done a convention with me yet. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. He's quite the salesman as well, so that could be to our advantage. Pardon me. Otherwise, that's sort of it. I can't really think of much else. I am going to be updating the store. I've got a couple of little things that I need to put on there, and I'm also looking at updating the Redbubble. I want to do that some point this afternoon. Just get a few new designs up there, even if it's like 2 or 3, and just build those up, which will be available as like t-shirts and stickers and cushions and everything, being like the whole Redbubble range, which is cool. So for those of you who read the comic, like the comic, and want to be more involved, will help support us in other ways than just buying the comic book, you can hit up our Redbubble and buy some stuff on there. That's right. The other thing is Patreon. So now that I'm home and able to do things more about, just do things, Patreon has become far more active. The last 3 days I've posted. So all of the pencils for all the pages that I've been working on this week have been going up. I'm also going to be trying to, once the commissions are done, I'm intending to actually just do sketches in my sketchbook again. And I'm going to be posting a lot of that. Most of it's going to be pretty much Monkey Junk orientated. I am going to try and do a bit of fan art as well. Just some original stuff that I'm going to try and sell on eBay or Instagram if you guys are interested. Mostly though Monkey Junk. I'm going to be focusing primarily on that. Even if I do finished pieces, I will be selling those too. Which reminds me, I'm going to have some original art this weekend at Indie Comic Con. So if you guys are interested in original comic pages or just some original Monkey Junk art, I will have that with me. Yeah. So if you're into Patreon, it's getting really active on there again now. So if you were sort of unsure, now's a really good time to jump on because there's heaps going on there. Definitely recommend jumping on and checking it out. You'll find the link below. So even for like $1 a month, you can get a ton of goodies, which is really cool. And you can also throw in suggestions and ideas of what you'd like to see, and I will try and cater to you as well. There'll also be some like non-Monkey Junk stuff in there, but for the moment it's generally just Monkey Junk because that's sort of like the hub. Everyone gets early access to the comic book on there, and now more behind the scenes, what I originally wanted to do, what I was planning to do. So that's me. I'm going to leave you guys alone. Coming on to the 12-minute mark, so that's quite an update, but that's where I am. This week has been really good. I've been far less stressed than I normally am, being back in my sort of environment that I enjoy being in. It's working quite well with the family and stuff. I thought April would be more distracting, but she hasn't been, so that's really cool. Jazz and I haven't chewed each other's heads off, which I didn't think we would, but we haven't, so still good. Plenty I need to do still. Got to find some more client work and just really hustle to build up a really nice buffer of income to keep us going, and push myself further ahead and create a comfortable future for us here. So I'm going to get back to that and do that right now. Please be sure to check out monkeyjunkcomic.com. The link will be below. Check it out. Have a look at the store. Grab the comic if you haven't grabbed the comic. Every comic generally will be shipped out the very next day with a bunch of freebies. You'll also be able to get a copy of the digital comic. There's some prints on there. Check out the Redbubble store. All the links will be there on the website. And there'll be more content coming on the website too. And there's a ton of free content going up there soon as well, which is really awesome. So on that note, I'll leave you alone. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. And I will see you all very soon, hopefully with a tutorial / how-to video coming very soon. I just need to block in some time to make sure that happens. See you guys later. Bye.